it's Chetty and Lycan's Horror Party Massacre. Thank you for coming back and checking out our channel. It has been a crazy past 2 weeks with the movie announcements. The 80s are coming back in a big way. There are several remakes and reboots and sequels coming. And they just, all of this information just hit. I found out about all this within the past 2 weeks. It may have been common knowledge beforehand, but I just found out about it now, so I thought I'd share the news with y'all. First up and foremost, not necessarily foremost, but first up, Witchboard. Witchboard. Great movie, in my opinion, from the 80s. It's getting a remake. This remake is being done by someone important. It's being done by the guy who did Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors. So right there, it's got an interesting kickoff, a very positive kickoff. However, we're going to do a trailer reaction in just a moment here so you can see the trailer and see if it's actually going to be halfway decent. Let's take a peek. And this isn't necessarily the best setup for doing a trailer reaction, but my cameraman Lycan, my lovely camera woman Lycan, is at work today. And I'm home. So we have to just make do with what we got. Let's take a look at this trailer.
I need you to turn off your phones and unplug any televisions or radios. And focus on the pendulum.
Is that a witchboard? Or is that what they're using now?
We must journey back. Back to she who carved this board. Spilled blood to stir its dark magic.
Not thrilled with that.
Just feels like bad juju.
Going back to 1800s?
So little, yet here you are. And I know so much.
That would annoy the shit out of me. What the? See, that is Chuck Russell, Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Now, what the fuck? What? Hey. Now, wait a minute. Do we really need to have the bloody face rip off and push stop on this damn thing? Do we need a bloody face rip off or a flying ass demon? The original didn't need none of that shit. It relied on atmosphere. What the fuck? Okay, what the fuck? That does not even seem like a remake of Witchboard. I'm not even certain if it deserves the name Witchboard. I don't know what kind of witchboard they're using with the pendulum going all over the place. It looks like it deals a lot with witchcraft back in the 1800s, which, I mean, yeah, the witchboard has got its roots in that, but that's not anything like the original. We'll just have to wait and see how this one plays out. I personally don't have high hopes because I have such a great love for the original by Kevin Tenney. The original was so damn good. If you haven't seen it, check it out. This one, though, I'll watch it. I don't have high hopes. Slaughterhouse. Again, flick from the 80s. Slaughterhouse. They are doing a sequel. A sequel to Slaughterhouse. Where the fuck is this coming from? Who decided on this? Have you guys ever seen Slaughterhouse? I had to go back and rewatch it myself right after I heard the announcement just to see and refresh my memory of the original one, which, for an 80s flick, is not horrible.
This little piggy went to the market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy has roast beef. This little piggy had none.
This little pig ran wee, wee, wee all the way home. Meet the biggest porker of them all, my boy, Buddy. Buddy's not just another pretty face. Some say he reeks of class. Others say he just reeks.
Buddy's a good boy, but he has what you might call basic hygiene problems.
Sometimes Buddy likes to mess around. Slaughterhouse. And sometimes kids play in Buddy's slaughterhouse. And they make fun of Buddy. But Buddy likes to play with his friends.
Let me go, fat boy!
Slaughterhouse.
Don't scare the poor thing, boy. Take off that damn mask. That's better.
But don't mess with his hogs. 360 pounds of flavor mania. Buddy, he's going hog wild at the slaughterhouse. You're next, little pig.
I enjoyed the original. This one has to do with someone who is related to, I think it was the brother that is mentioned in the original one. This is his story years and years later, and he's got a kid, much like Buddy, who's all fucked up in the head, and apparently they're making beef jerky out of human flesh and using a flamethrower. So let's see, the original Slaughterhouse is a lot like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You get a lot of feel for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The sequel sounds like it's going to have a big feel for Motel Hell, Farmer Vincent's Fritters. So, I don't know. Is this one necessary? I don't think so. I'm kind of excited about it, see where they go with it. But we didn't really need it. We didn't ask for it. We'll take it. Hey, what the fuck? Why not?
I don't need this.
Are you tired of the same old routine?
My wife, my
busting your hump and getting nowhere?
This just ain't my day.
The boss, is he always on your back?
Nice, my ass belongs in your chair, not in your lap, which is where you keep trying to put it, you bastard!
The wife, and the kids.
Is that right?
They never listen.
I hate to see him pissing his life away in them goddamn computers.
Do you ever feel like forgetting the whole thing?
You think I got it easy?
Well, now you can.
I'm talking about life!
Drop out and join the ranks of the few. The filthy. The trash.
I got my own place, a condominium.
Where else can you live for free? And eat for even less? Well, be forewarned. Freedom has its price. Yes, there's always a snake in the Garden of Eden.
What you got for me today?
Today, Tenafly Viper. $1.
Here's to you, pussy. Don't drink my Viper. Watch. What's the matter? You can't hold your liquor, huh?
Street trash. It's easy to find us. We're all over the place. Street trash.
Motherfucking Street Trash? That's getting a remake? Or was it a sequel? What'd I read? It's either a remake or a sequel. Street Trash? Really? Street Trash is a fucked up idea about homeless people and drunks and winos living on the streets and making their own little tent cities at the junkyard, getting cheap alcohol that some guy found buried in a wall in his basement that he's selling for cheap, and when you drink the shit, you melt down into a rainbow full of flavor like a Skittles. This is getting a remake. The movie, the original one, I'm going to see if I can't get the trailer to show on here, but the original one was just dirty, nasty, it's grimy. I mean, it's just fucking, it's not a very good movie. And if I recall, they play football or hot potato or keep away or something with a severed penis. Might cut that part out because I might be wrong about that. But yeah, they're doing something with Street Trash. We'll find out if it's a remake or a sequel or what it is. Update on Toxic Avenger. Today, as a matter of fact, the 16th, they broke a still out from the photo and posted it. Shows a miniature Toxie, the silhouette of a miniature Toxie, holding his mop in an open doorway, or not an open doorway, the door's been smashed down. The door, it's on the ground. The still is miniaturized Toxie played by Peter Dinklage, holding his mop, and it's a silhouette. If you've seen my previous video, you know I have very, very bad feelings about this remake of the Toxic Avenger. The still does nothing to help. The still, as you can see here, he looks like a centaur or a satyr, which is a centaur is a half horse, half man. Satyr is the same thing, only it's just the front legs of a goat and a man, or in this case it'd be a pony. And he's glowing. His mop has got this green glow. He's got some strange purplish glowing highlights on him. I don't understand the glowing. To me it just says, hey, we're big budget, we can do fancy effects and not have to worry about practical low budget effects like using a watermelon for a head crushing scene. Go watch the original Toxic Avenger. You'll see it. I still have bad vibes about this flick. I don't see how it can be good. I don't. They're not going to do the shit that they did in the original one. They're not going to get away with some of the shit like running over a kid to score points and then backing over him because the kid didn't die. Shooting a blind girl's dog. They're not going to get away with this kind of shit. They're not even going to try to do this kind of shit in this. The glowing highlights that they're showing on the still makes me think that they're going to be more digital effects than practical effects. And that's not Toxic Avenger. Toxic Avenger is not glossy and digitally enhanced and shit. It's just a fucking low-budget, grungy-ass fucking movie. I don't see how this is going to work out. I mean, I could be wrong. If you guys are excited about seeing the Toxic Avenger remake, let me know down below in the comments, because I would love to find out if there's people out there that are actually looking forward to this movie. I really, really would. I'm not one of them. I will watch it. I will watch all of these movies that we've talked about today, just because, why not? But I really don't have high hopes for any of them. What I'm most interested in, to be all completely honest, is Slaughterhouse 2. That one I'm very interested in. Like I said, the original one was fairly decent. So, let's see. In any case, that's a lot of shit coming down the pipeline for you. I got this fucking hair that keeps dripping down out of my mustache, and I don't like it. But there's some movie news for you, some updates. Hope you like this video. Hope you subscribe. Hope you share it. Leave me a comment down below. Are any of these movies something that sounds interesting to you? Something that you're going to want to see? What do you guys think about this Toxic Avenger remake? Peter Dinklage said something about it's like guerrilla filmmaking, and I'm sorry, Peter. There is nothing in this remake of Toxic Avenger that is going to be guerrilla style. No. You can ask Lloyd Kaufman about guerrilla style filmmaking. You can ask Larry Cohen, rest his soul, about guerrilla filmmaking. I promise you there's nothing about your movie that is guerrilla style filmmaking. Unless we're talking about two different types. Maybe. In any case, this is Chetty and Lycan's Horror Party Massacre. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, let your friends know about it. And until we see you next time, stay spooky.
I like it spooky.
I want to thank you. Anything you want, you just name it.
Hey, it's Chetty and Lycan's Horror Party Massacre. Let me get that hair out of the way there. Actually, not a crazy week. It has been a crazy past 2 weeks that fucking shit, that was just god-awful. Hey, it's Chetty and Lycan's Horror Party Massacre. Thank you, everybody, for coming back. All 2 of you. There's that hair again getting in the way.